welcome to round one of the Wessex League at Clanfield Cross, and I was doing my first ever V50 race. So quite exciting, quite a change, um, and yeah, starting at quite late in the day compared to the V40s, which was what I think it's about 11:20 or something like that. Um, that's my son on the right and Max over there. It's at like 1:30 or something, so quite a relaxed day to be honest. So yeah, V50s. It's going to start in a couple of minutes or so. I started a bit early. Um, I'm going to take. It's going to take a while for me to get to know everybody because well, I've not raced V50s before, but hopefully over time I'll get to know you all. Um, Certainly had a lot of fun in the V40s, and it was great having time. I was marshalling today because I'm Solent Pirates, so um, yeah, I was marshalling the steps, and it was great to cheer on and encourage all my ex V40 riders, and we certainly had a bit of a laugh all day. Um, Big shout out to Bruce Gregory, poor Bruce. Broke his collarbone on the hurdles yesterday, um, and a few ribs as well. So pretty sore. Really bad luck to get such an injury in the first race. Bruce, I hope you get better soon, mate. And yeah, see you on the course soon after you've healed up. Long season, so there's loads of time to get better. And yeah, hope to see you back in the V40s. Ahead of me, 392 is Martin Jeffrey from NHRC, racing for the same team as Dan Walton, who hopefully will be back in V40s. He wasn't racing yesterday, but maybe he'll be back at Fairthorne next weekend. If There's a relay race on Saturday, if you haven't signed up, it's probably getting a bit late for it, but they often try and accommodate late entries. So yeah, we're going to be doing that. Will be good fun. Looking forward to that. Not as technical a course as Clanfield is, and Clanfield, it was a bit of a kinder course than it has been in the past. Everyone knows it's a tough course, but there was a lot less climbing. It was still absolutely punishing, and I was dead. Okay, so in the distance, that's V60s going off there, which yeah, they go off 1 minute before the V50s, and a nice bunch they are. In fact, I met a couple of them. Paul Hartland from GS Henley, might see him later. He's number 460, and I met Mike Williams from GS Becky, who races with Tim Costello. Yeah, nice guys. And he said you'll be doing well if you catch up to me. So we'll see what happens. Commissaire's on the right, and it's good and ready to go. My son had told me to start on the right because there's a real pinch point on the left. So I said, well, I made sure I was right on the right so I could get a decent run. But I'm gridded on the third row, and about 25th, I actually get a decent start. The guy in front of me didn't get quite as good a start, so I had to slow down a bit. But there you go. So I'm kind of at the back, not at the back, but you know, I didn't get a great start. Who else is in this race? Well, I know the pedalon guy over there, that's Richard Lewis, who is, I wouldn't say he's my nemesis, but we have a who's going to beat who kind of competition, and he was gridded ahead of me. He beat me like 6-5 in the season, and he's just ahead of me. So I thought, I'll just try and stay with him, but just trying at the start not to do anything stupid, because you can lose so many places by coming down. So I just was kind of taking it a bit easy and keeping the powder dry a little bit. What am I saying? Well, I wasn't going crazy, just not trying to slip out, which is so easy. I was running Griffos today. I did have some chicanes, which are vole treads, but I couldn't get the bloody things on, and I got some new carbon wheels. I just didn't want to use a tyre lever, so I just went with the Griffos. They're old tyres, but they're fine. So I don't know, who's that in front of me? Is that the same guy? Is that, yeah, 392? That is Martin Jeffrey. So I'll just stay on the wheel. Richard's ahead, and going through these nice S bends, coming up to logs, which I did all right on. I did all right, you know. Used to be my nemesis, but now I'm getting a little bit better. Hopefully my wheels survived it, because I wouldn't say clatter, that would be a bit harsh, but you know, I did bounce off. I think I was running a little bit too low pressure. That guy there, he is fast. In fact, I think his name is actually Guy Drayton, I think. And someone shouted, "You on camera?" And he is, and you could tell he had some beans. Why? I don't know why he was gridded behind, because he clearly had a lot of power. Let's see, is that Guy Drayton? 356, 358. Guy Drayton. Yes, it is. Yeah, he was trying to get some places. I thought, well, okay, I will. I'm not going to go as try and keep up with you. It's a long race, and I just don't like the heat. Well, oh yeah, that's Martin Jeffrey, but Guy's clearly on a mission. So yeah, it's right. Who else in this? Okay, Darren Wheeler's in this. I know Darren pretty well, because I was racing his brother John in V40s. John had a great race. Oh, I nipped on the inside there, nice one. Took that corner fairly well, and I'm just trying to not slip out, stay in the wheels, and I think is that Richard further ahead? I can't see, the monitor's quite small. Anyway, guy's gone, and I'm just feeling pretty good. I think I looked at my heart rate at this point. It was at like 166. So I thought, okay, that's not too bad. And then here I tried to ride it, and then Guy stopped, and then I kept trying going, and then I had to get off. So yeah, that was didn't go according to plan, because I think for me riding it would have been better for me, and I think that is Martin going by, and he went past Guy as well. So fair play to you, mate. Yeah, so Darren Wheeler's in this. I was looking forward to racing Darren, but he was gridded right at the front, and I just didn't see him all day. And he had a fantastic race. He finished second. I know, he was absolutely chuffed with that. And John Wheeler finished. Oh, I think he finished ninth. I'm not sure. I will find out. But John had a fantastic race as well, because V40s, there are a lot of hitters in that. Yeah, he finished ninth like me. Awesome. And put in a cracking performance. Yeah. So it was pretty warm. I actually wore a camelback, because I just suffer so much without something to drink, and I can't drink out of a bottle, because I just need two hands on the handlebars, so it just bounce out of my hand. One time I did actually put a bottle cage on. The bottle bounced out the bottle cage. Okay, probably wasn't a good bottle cage. Here I am putting some beans down, and I've just gone past someone from Pedalon. I don't know who that was. It is, the V60s are ahead, so it could have been someone from V60s. I don't know. No, oh no, I don't think I did. Anyway, so as I said, I will get to learn your names as the season progresses. Right, into this off camber drop. You have to be really careful that you're not leaning to the right too much, or well, you don't really want to do that anyway, don't you? You want to have your weight on your outside foot, but if it's always tempting to lean a little bit right, which is when you slip out and your pedal can hit the side on the uphill. Okay, so Guy's just ahead. Who is that? Who's that? Oh, come on, get closer. Maybe get closer later. There's the long drag. which, oh, that was poor old Martin. Um, Martin. Sorry. Martin Stanley, sorry. Martin, of course. Martin Stanley of Didcot Phoenix, who I know pretty well from racing in V40s. He's lucky, I think, a year ahead of me. So he had a mechanical. His chain got caught between the chain ring and the the inside bit. Oh yeah, oh, nice little move there. And it got twisted and stuck. Absolute nightmare. Oh, I dived down the inside. That was a good move. Way. 957. 957. Who is 957? Mark Bevan, V60s. So making up a few places. It's nice. It's nice to have people to aim for. Some laps I did these twisty bits well. Sometimes I didn't. It's weird. Sometimes I find turning to the right easier than turning to the left. That's a bit strange, but I do. So right turns fine. Left turns I just never. They just never go well. Look, I've gone really deep into there. I didn't really lose any speed too much, but then you probably have to accelerate a bit harder. Here you go, and then would it be nice just to kind of bunny hop over that without losing any speed? That's what the skillful riders do. Big shout out to Jack Morgan, who won the junior race, and Jack had the fastest lap times of the whole race. And I think that is our fair lap times because the conditions were the same all day. And so he had faster lap times than Matt Mellish. He had 5:05. Here I'm just being patient. 5:05, insanely fast time. Who is that? NHRC 4. I can't see it. Can't see it. I think I might overtake here. I might actually do a 4, 6, 7. Don't know. But I overtook there, which is good for me because I am not the most technical person on the pitch. But I think this is quite a good lap for me. But yeah. Anyway, Jack Morgan, superb. He won the juniors, and also shout out to Ollie Morgan, who hadn't raced for a long time and was racing the elites because he's 18 or 19, and he came third. So cracking performance. Ignite Riders did well. Miles Horner came second. Kieran did well. James Martin, who does some coaching at Solent Pirates, he came fourth. So good showing, really good showing, and well done to all the Pirates racing at all age groups, all the way from under 8s all the way up to V50s. So yeah, it was great to see everyone. Okay, so I'm going to go for the ride. I think I've made it, haven't I? I have made it, but I was riding 21. Oh look, 1, 2, and I even duck in for 3 overtakes on that. That was great, brilliant. And that was a V60 guy who was a handling, and I'm behind Guy. So I'm behind Guy. So that's been a really good lap too because he was flying. And suddenly, now I'm behind him. Awesome. Oh, that was a nice corner by Guy. Taught that well. Anyone who can ride the rucks well, it really makes a difference. Both of them did pretty well there, better than I did. I really struggled with riding those. Look, well, Guy's put some beans on there. Who is that? I've got the inside line. That might have been Mike Williams. I don't know. Might have been. At this point, my heart rate's gone pretty high. And that's a Venta rider, I think. Don't know. Maybe that was Robert Tutt. Anyway, behind Guy, and he's probably thinking, well, just gone past him. This is a really good overtaking lap for me. 475, 475. That is Mike Williams, who I chatted to, had a really good chat today while I was marshalling, and I said hello to him as I went by. And by this point, my heart rate is pretty high, but you know, you get excited, don't you? You get excited when there's a chance of overtaking someone, and if you overtake someone or a couple of people, you get even more excited. You just want to go faster. So I'm having a pretty nice lap here, and 4:42. I think I chased this guy all race. That's Robin Wilmot from Cotswold Rd1. Not met you before, Robin. I'm sure I'll see you soon, next week or something. I know Cotswold Rd1 quite well because Adam Short, who is under 16, 30 under 16, rides for them, and he's very good. And my son raced Adam all last season. Well done, Adam, if you're listening. Third place as a first year under 16 is very, very good. Yeah, well done. And yeah, nice to race you, Robin, as well. I don't think I ever went past. Maybe I did go past you. I don't know. Who is that? Coming up to somebody. That is Duncan Edwards. Duncan Edwards, who is good at climbing. 460. Who's that? 460. Oh, that's Paul Hartland. Paul, nice to meet you, mate. There you go. GS Henley. Nice to meet you, Paul. Yeah, I'll hopefully see you soon. And yeah, I just passed you there. I'm behind Robin. Oh, I've taken that corner. Oh, I think I might have slipped out there. Got a bit too excited. So I'm right on Robin's wheel, and I can tell he's fast. I've just moved up a lot of places there, and I'm not really getting any closer to him. So, yeah, overexcited. And when you're tired, that's when you start to make mistakes. You start to push it out a bit, push on, and you can make mistakes. But I'm just focused on Robin's wheel and catching him. I wish I did stay on his wheel the whole race. It would have been a even better race for me. It does feel nice and flowy when you do those S's. I do enjoy them, even though I'm not so. I think Robin's took better lines there. Look, he's made a couple of lengths on me. There you go. First crash. So annoying. And then, you panic a bit. And it's like, oh, God. And now I'm on the dirty side. Had to do dirty side remount, which was okay. But look, suddenly I'm 25, 30 metres behind, trying to clip in. And heart rate getting higher. So that was my first mistake. For those that don't know me, I am a little bit known for having a few crashes, so you can count on them. They'll come. But when I don't crash, it's normally a pretty good race. So I caught up with Robin there, but that's probably the adrenaline and the panic setting in that made me do that. But yeah, heart rate's high again. Back with Robin, and let's see what happens here. This is about 17 minutes in, so almost halfway. He's getting off and running, looking after his wheels. I've gone for the ride again. If you're a good runner, I'm an okay runner. It's just that I'm not so good at remounting. Let's see what happens here. So I'm pushing it. Oh, that guy, that's a Tony rider. He tried to go past somebody, and there was no space, and he just clipped the post or something, and just overtook there. That was amazing. Really hard to overtake in these S bends. Back with Robin. Yeah, he clipped it and he just fell over. It's on a slope. That's what's going to happen. Um, so yeah, pleased to be still with Robin, but um, definitely gone into the red a little bit here. I mean, it's just impossible not to go into the red, isn't it? And he's shown a lot of power there. I can't see. Is that 477? 477? That's hard to see. I need to ask everyone to put their numbers a little bit further down so I can read them. There, Robin's number's perfect. I can see that. 455. That might have been Richard. No, I don't think it was Richard Bremner. Could have been Jeffrey Ray? No, I don't think so. And I just missed. Sorry, I didn't see whose number it is. Robin's gone here, and now this is when you start to get tired. And you think, oh God, these straights, and you know you've got to turn right and go up this little snappy climb. Yeah, I'm pretty okay at going up the climbs, but that was an effort to get up there, and now I'm dying. This is exciting, and I thought, right, keep going, and I thought I'm gonna go for it, and we got side by side. I thought I'm gonna go for it, and my heart rate went to 182, went way too fast into here, and but didn't lose it. Yeah, that was probably not the best use of my energy there, but it was fun. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, Robin. That was a good blast. Yeah, I mean, I should have waited, but I got overexcited. I thought, I've caught up to him, want to go past, but he was having none of it. So it was a sprint, and now I'm dying. I am properly into the red here. But it was a bit of fun, isn't it? A bit of fun. Not the smartest move I ever made on a CX bike, but that is my racing style. Anyway, so here I'm thinking, oh God, I need to recover a little bit before the lap starts again. Yeah, I just kind of rested a tiny bit, and then as we go up here, I put a bit more power in, I think, just to hopefully stay ahead of Robin, who's hopefully is dying like I am. So there we go. A bit of a mixed lap there with that crash, and I'm back on it, looking for the next rider. I have no idea what place I'm in. In the distance, I did see Tony Anderson, who's a really, really nice bloke, and he just loves racing. He does everything. Red mountain biking. He was doing a Battle of the Beach earlier this year, which is a great race if you've ever done it before. I did it for the first time. Yeah, Tony's always there. He just loves racing and doing well. And he's from Salisbury Road and Mountain CC. And his son Josh races against my son Ben. Yeah, the racing runs in the family. So I did see flashes of Tony, but I never really. Oh, there you go. Done it again. That was such a silly place to crash, right from the logs, and then I was running. Robin's going to go past me. Oh, and a bit of a rubbish remount. I nearly hit a post. I might have hit that post. It's the thing, especially when you're in the pack and you crash, you just think, oh, I've worked so hard to try and get to where I am, and now I'm fending off people that I had gapped from, good riding and power and everything. So it is quite annoying, but then that is CX, isn't it? That is CX, you're balancing risks all the time, and I'm quite new to racing, really. Some people have raced all their lives, and I still I still make some bad decisions sometimes. In fact, quite regularly about what to do. And crashing is part of CX. Even the best crash, which is quite reassuring that we're not alone when we crash on slick thins and we beat ourselves up. Actually, especially when it gets slippery, come the mud season, which is personally I think it's the best because anything can happen in a muddy race, and it often does. So I look forward to lots of mud and sliding around. It is good fun. This is good fun too, but it's. I think there's more. There's a bigger chance of all sorts of results in a mud race compared to a dry race like this, which is, especially at Clanfield, is a technical course, but I think it probably suits power. I don't know what happened there. I think I was probably riding, and I slipped on that. So now I'm running. Oh, and Guy's gone past me. There's Robin, and I've lost another place. It's like, those two mistakes cost me a lot. So back on, and your spirits go a little bit. Oh, damn. And you just gotta get back up on your bike and get back to it and think positive. I'm just gonna chase. I think at that moment I thought, oh, that was not good. Given how strong Guy looked when he went past earlier, I'm thinking, oh, I was ahead of him, and now I'm not. So anyway, back to it, and I've got to get back on the gas. Looks like Guy's just behind Robin, and Guy, wow, had really, really good. What do you call it? Even lap times: 6:18, 6:15, 6:22, 6:16, 6:14. So he was strong all the way through, which is bloody good going. This is where again this straight and this, I don't know, this side of Clanfield, it just seems to absorb the sunshine and it kind of bakes off the ground, and it's just hot. And I had a Camelback on my back. I'd rather carry the extra 500 grams and have some drink, which I did drink. I finished it in the race. 4:02. Who is that? I don't know. See a 4:02. I'm sure that said 4:02. Oh, that was Dave Lee. Dave Lee from Pirates. I was lapping Dave. That's why I was a bit confused there. This is a shout out to Bracefield CC. I know quite a few of their riders because we used to have a Zwift team in the WTRL racing league, and Mike Gillingham, who races in the elites category because he's a young man. He was in the team. I don't do it anymore, but I still know everybody in there. I know a lot of the Bracefield riders. Duncan Edwards was there, Gordon McKinnon as well, and I think there's a few others. But the one to I wanted to mention is, let me get straight, is Liam. Where is he? Liam Newton, who raced the elites. Now I was marshalling, and Liam basically went past me with half a pair of bib shorts at the back. You could see one entire buttock, pretty much. And fair play to Liam. He'd fallen, caught his bib shorts on a post, and he just ripped them unbelievably. And every lap he went round, you thought, is it going to still cover him enough? And it did just, but it was close. But fair play to Liam. He kept riding. He paid his entrance fee. He was going to get around that course, and despite all the chuckles around the course, he kept going. So Liam, rider of the day, for that. That was fantastic. That you kept riding despite that. I'm not sure whether those bib shorts are recoverable, but I don't know. It'd be nice to see. I don't know if Pitchside Paul got a picture of you, but that was quite amusing. Hope you don't mind me saying that, Liam. Right, so this is probably lap 4 maybe, something like that. Lap 4. What was my lap 4 time like? Yeah, it was reasonable, or maybe that's lap 5. This was probably lap 5. So yeah, I know there isn't that far to go, and I'm not that I'm stuck in no man's land, but yeah, and what am I saying? There's someone behind me. I don't ever look back, but you see flashes of people as they get closer. But you know, I still felt, despite the pain, I still felt okay. I was just trying not to make any mistakes, and yeah, just try not to make any mistakes, because I knew that I could put some more power down on certain sections and get a gap. So I think going around this corner, I thought, right, there's people that's close to me. I'll put some power on here and just get some gaps to make sure that people don't get too excited. I think that was Duncan going by, Duncan Edwards, who finished very close to me. So yeah. So yeah, I'm just keep going. You know, you have to keep going, because in CX anything can happen. So just keep going and try and put some good laps in. And what was quite nice about this race is there were generally always people around you. I know I said I was in no man's land. I couldn't see anyone at the time, but you know, there was somebody. I don't think I got close to Robin again. He was just a little bit too far ahead. Who is that? That is, I'm sure that's a Pedalon kit, isn't it? Pedalon. I reckon that's one of the V60s. Because there's Luciano Colella and Jeffrey Ray came first and second in the V60, so I reckon that was one of them. And who's that? That looks like Fair and Wheelers to me. Fair and Wheelers might be Angus Foreman. 458. It might be Angus. I was determined to try and ride those. I think this lap, maybe I've ridden them badly, but I was determined just to ride the ruts a bit better. And I did watch some people, some riders who are able to stay in them for a long time, and maybe that was one of them, where I thought, right, I just need to keep looking round the corner and stay in there, because inevitably I kind of get a bit scared, and then I get halfway through and then I pop out, and then you kind of lose a bit of control, whereas you kind of have to commit to it, and no matter how many times I say got to commit to it, often it just doesn't come naturally to me, that. And I've seen some of the younger riders who are very skillful. They skid as they come out of it, but it doesn't bother them. They just keep pedaling. They don't lose any traction, and they absolutely fly through those corners, those ruts. So yeah, always something to learn with CX. Always something to learn. Oh, I nearly bumped into that guy. I think he had like it was like a Giro d'Italia top, I think. The Ciclamino, which I think is the Sprinters jersey. I probably got that wrong, but it reminded me of that sort of Italian Giro d'Italia sort of jersey. Okay, down in here, I probably heard the bell, and I think, oh, 1 lap to go. God, I can survive 1 lap. But you know, by this time, despite the drinking, it's getting pretty painful. I look at my heart rate. I'm seeing, you know, especially at this point, like 176. I think, oh, that's really bad. I actually saw 193, but I knew that was a lie. My heart rate wasn't as high as that. In fact, my Garmin said to me, new max heart rate 199, and it wasn't 199. So just one of those spike readings you get sometimes. Yeah. Anyway, it was fine. It was fine. I was hurting, but I wasn't I wasn't at that sort of level. That was Chris Day marshalling. Chris Day set out the under 12s, under 10s, under 8s course, which went down really well. And here we go, bell lap. Yes, last lap. Lots of cheering. There was Ollie Morgan warming up, and I'm thinking, right, I can do this. One more lap here. Just over 6 minutes, and I'll make it. Haven't really got much of a target, but I'll just keep going, defend my place, and hopefully not make a mistake. And this was one of my fastest laps, so I was pleased with that. You know, every corner we can go just a little bit faster. It does make a little bit of a difference, doesn't it? And you know, the good riders, they just take every corner so well. You do notice it. Whereas, you know, it's just so hard to do when you're at your max heart rate, and it's quite hard to train, isn't it? It's quite hard to train to be as kind of efficient with your cornering. You know, sort of fine doing it at a slower speed or even medium speeds, but at full pace with a max heart rate. You know, you've got to. Well, I have to really concentrate. Whereas I bet kind of experienced racers, they're just used to it. You know, they're able to just operate on, you know, operate, make good decisions without having to concentrate as much as I do. I'm really aware that there are people behind me. I saw Satonia guy in the flashing past, and that was Jonathan Hall. I think he may have been the person who fell on the S-bends that we saw earlier. That might have been him. So he was chasing me, and there was a guy from Venter, Tyrone Miller, who was chasing me as well. Yeah, it was all very, very close. So yeah, and I'm sure they must have been battling each other, because they was, wow, only 1.8 seconds between them, so they were in a right battle, and that probably brought them closer to me as well. And I didn't want to be a target, so I was just trying to race well. Well, that was Jonathan Hall. I think that was Tyrone Miller behind him. I think so. We'll see if I see them in the distance. Yeah, it is. So Tyrone's really chasing Jonathan, and Jonathan's really chasing me. But Tyrone Miller did a 6:15 last lap. Jonathan did a 6:18, so he was 3 seconds faster and finished 1.8 seconds ahead of Jonathan. And I did a 6:13 to stay ahead of both of them. So I was pleased with that. I rode this. Yeah, definitely need harder tyres for that. As a SRAM guy, really nice guy. I don't know what your name is. Sorry. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. You'll have to tell me. Remind me what your name is. But I wasn't quite sure. But he said well done, and I said thank you very much. Maybe it was Mark Harvey or Nigel Peterson. Yeah, really nice bunch, the SRAM guys. I always thought that they were sponsored by SRAM. Maybe they should be. And there's another one. And I'm just trying to stay ahead. I think that was Nigel Peterson. And when you get that feeling of, oh, I've just got to hang on a little bit longer. Oh, did you see there? Um, Tyrone closing in Jaws music style on Jonathan. So I bet Jonathan could feel him breathing down his neck. Last time past the pits, I didn't even bother with a pit bike. I kind of thought, well, if I get a mechanical, I do. Um, so I didn't even bother. I mean, you have to be pretty unlucky to need a pit bike on a day like this. And it worked out for me. Um, put some beans in here. It's a great place to either make time or defend your place, because to get past someone putting in a lot of watts up there, you have to put an insane effort in, which at this stage of the race is so hard, isn't it? And I think right down here, don't crash, um, keep it safe. A couple of times I hit my pedal on the right pedal there. I think I've said that before. Didn't that time, and then really just got to stay on the line, get ready for your dismount, and then you're up there. I think that was um, Robin Wilmot just there, um, and Robin finished 10 seconds, just under 10 seconds ahead of me, and Tyrone finished 6 seconds behind me. So he was on a mission, but I knew at this point I thought there's no one's going to catch me. So and I powered up here. I put everything I had left in there, and powered up, and I thought yes. I had no idea where I'd finished. Some people seem to know. I don't. I finished ninth, so that's my highest ever placing in a race. So I was over the moon when I found out. And Richard Lewis finished fourth. So super kudos to Richard. He's a much more skillful rider than me. That's Richard there, or his leg. So yeah, thanks to everyone who put on the race. It was great fun. Um, yeah, a great start to the season. I hope everyone has a good season, doesn't get injured, and has good